back. Where I realized I never went to the Sunken Sea and got that stuff, and I also never checked out the astral biome, which should have dropped from the sky when we hit hard mode. So I'm gonna go do those two things. Just because I want to make sure that I have like the best stuff I can actually get before trying to fight the Destroyer and Twins again. Like the fights are really close, but the problem is a close fight doesn't really help if you don't win. So I want to get a little bit stronger, make sure I'm like as powerful as I can be, just so that when I do fight him and it's a close fight, like I know that that was as close as I could possibly get. And then we'll see how good or bad it is from there. We'll try different weapons, we'll try different things out. I haven't actually tried the Roxcalibur, which I have this because when you right-click with it, it basically does what the Slime Pet does, which just makes you fall down really fast, so it's very good. It's very good for just, like, travel and stuff. It does have a reset timer, so you can't just use it over and over again, but it is nice for going down, like just dropping down really quickly. We're in here for the clam, but the giant clam might take a while to spawn. So we're just... Oh, he spawned. I don't know why that guy lagged the game so hard, but he did. So I am gonna buff for this because this fight is a little bit annoying, especially when you don't have stuff like perfectly set up around you. So the fact that I'm buffing for this should mean like, yeah, this guy is actually a little bit of a problem. And the fact that he spawns so many enemies around him is so annoying. Or at least it seems like he spawns enemies around him. But yeah, just the fact that he's underwater and like, it's just a lot of trouble to go through just to get some drops. He does have a really cool hit pattern, like fighting pattern, but it is a bit obnoxious. Oh, and this is the first time we fought him in this world, so yeah, that's funny. Spawned up the NPC that we don't like. But yeah, he does drop mollusk husks, which are really good because, yeah, this guy has nothing for us. Actually, Gill's potion might be good because Gill's, that's water walking. Gill's would be good. So mollusk husks we can use to make mollusk armor, which we need to kill him one more time, or two more times actually, just to be able to make, which kind of sucks. But eventually we'll be able to make something like the Grax, as well as, that's a rogue weapon, that's also a rogue weapon, as well as the Abyssal Diving Gear and the Absorber. The Absorber will be good for us, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be able to make it kind of soon. I know it needs some stuff that's kind of difficult to get. We also need to go to the depths. So we're going to probably do a lot of horizontal content today just to get it done. And I realized that my plan of making a few episodes is going to be massively ruined because we're having guests over here, and that's just the life of living at home. Gotta accept it. Also, this thing does 190. Fires 2 beams that stun enemies. Let's try it out. We can also, if we, alright, that might be okay, I don't know. I don't know how good and or bad that would be. But, yeah, gotta deal with some stuff, as well as, just, you know, accept it. Clam Crusher, that's cool. Open up. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, boy. Wow, we got hit there. I mean, this is good if you stay right next to him the whole time. Some of these weapons are kind of goofy, but like, yeah, this is definitely doing some serious extra, more damage than other things do, seem to do. But yeah, the clam definitely has a lot of damage resist. It seems a lot of stuff is having a lot of damage resist now. That's probably just the meta for death mode. Periodically rains down prism shards. Okay, that's just lame. I'm trying to think like what I can do. I can use this, which should give me life regen, honey life regen, just permanently. I'm not entirely sure though. It seems that it does that, but it might be another in the jungle specifically. effect, which this thing has a lot of because it is a jungle item. But it does have increased life regen, increased defense, increased damage reduction in the jungle, poison and venom immunity, and jungle enemies basically do less damage, which is pretty nice. Hopefully we can get another spawn going. That would be very kind of the game. I did switch back to Palladium because I think the life regen from Palladium is what was saving us a lot in previous boss fights. And I think like not having the damage up, but having the ability to not be dying so quickly, like having a little bit more survivability will be useful. So hopefully that'll pan out pretty well, but we'll just have to see. Let's see if this is like any good. I should just walk straight towards him. I don't need to path around. I can just break the game. Let's be honest. Also, gills ran out already. Rip. Does this do damage? It does not. It really doesn't. This also doesn't do much damage because I don't have the thing, but this is definitely the best, like, super close range weapon that we can have. It is really good close range, honestly. The problem is the damage reduction when you hit multi-hit too much is really a problem with Calamity, because then all the hits that count are the multi-hits instead of your weapon hits. And your weapon hits are kind of your damage output. I don't think Calamity quite understands that. Alright. We should be good to head back now. That's pretty much all we really wanted from here. This weapon, not really that good. Probably just gonna dip it. Get rid of it. Just drop all this stuff. Drop off some nice stuff. That's good if we were a summoner. That's useless. Mollusks? Okay, so we're gonna make the armor. The full set of armor, but the armor probably won't... Actually, it might be good. Like, the helmet does 18. This does 15. 22 versus 13. Like, this might be really good. We are gonna make it just because we need to make it. But then there's also this for the mollusk enchantment, which we can make once we're not using the armor anymore, if we end up using it. It does decrease our movement speed, so we might not actually be using the mollusk armor. But we might as well check it out. See if we can't craft all the pieces, which we can. Alright, so we have all the pieces, which is nice. This will give us a defense change from 52 up to 66. It'll give us damage increase, let's see, from 109 down to 100. So it gives us like a 9 damage increase, which is kind of good. It increases our critical strike chance a bunch though. 40 versus 29, dude, that's a lot of damage increase actually because of the crits. Decreased movement speed. We have 2 buddies that attack that like grab onto stuff and just help us out. And we have obviously increased bonus damage with the set bonus, as well as horizontal movement being reduced, but like, it's honestly kind of fine, especially when we go into buddy mode, where we just use the horse. So hopefully that'll be good enough for us. I will... no, I won't yet. I won't try out the heart. I'm gonna give us the best possible chance. So next up, we gotta go to the dungeon. That is not the dungeon, that is the underworld. I'm a genius. We've got to go to the dungeon, and at the dungeon, somewhere around here, I need to find it because I haven't looked yet, but the astral biome should have spawned, and if it hasn't, then that is a big issue. I understand why it hasn't spawned, but if it hasn't, that's a big issue and we need to fix it, because the astral biome is kind of necessary to play this game. But the world was created in a bugged state. Let's be real, because the ocean didn't spawn properly. Which, wait a minute. Yeah. I think it would be to the right, honestly. Wow, that guy got clapped. Hopefully we do have the astral biome just so that we don't have to deal with that. If I equip this, yeah, this makes us actually faster. It's weird that we don't have the boots effect at all. Kind of lame, but who cares? I understand not having the boots effect with mollusk armor, but even normally we don't have it. Can I please have an astral biome? That'd be amazing. I might have to go and try and find it, but it's supposed to spawn near the dungeon. It may have gotten blipped from the stupid game being dumb type of thing. Oh, we don't have it because of this. Oh no, we don't have it because of the mollusk armor as well, but we didn't have it because of this. So this we can upgrade after we get a charm from the depths, which we're going to be getting. I will check to see if the astral biome's here. I'm going to say no, but I'm going to check the whole world just to make sure. And then we're going to go into the abyss if the astral biome is not here. Because we'll just have to deal. And hopefully dealing with it won't be too annoying. Alright, so sadly, we have no... Dang, I'm taking some serious damage. We have nothing in the... What am I trying to say? We have no biome. I can't remember the name of the biome. That's hilarious. We don't have the biome though, so we gotta deal with the fact that we don't have it. It sucks, but we gotta deal with it. Can I stop taking damage? Can I be in the abyss now? Thank you. So we gotta deal with the fact that we don't have that by going to another world. But for this time, I'm not going to build anything on the other world. I'm literally just going to go... Can I not, please? Thank you. Can I not, please? Dude, this is taking like... Dude, how far down are we and we're still in this biome? Abyss, please. Thank you. So what the heck is that? It's actually like... taking forever to spawn any abyss enemies. That's a bit awkward, honestly. Alright. So if you don't know what the abyss is, it's basically just this chasm on the side of the world. Do these have hitboxes? I don't want to check. Honestly, don't want to check. But it's basically just this chasm on the side of the world that it's always on the dungeon side. And basically it has these chests in it for the first few layers that has some decent stuff to get, but it has a whole bunch of enemies, so those do have hitboxes. It has a whole bunch of enemies, and they drop better stuff as the game progresses, but basically you want to be coming here pretty much after every major boss, I'd say, or after every other major boss. You can come here before Wall of Flesh. You can come here before the dungeon, even. It's just how easy it is to come here before the dungeon is kind of up to the user, because it is a bit tough. There's definitely some dangerous enemies. We needed this. We needed that, 100%. I'm going to drink that just because that's good. But basically, all of your light effects, all of your breath effects are reduced dramatically in this area. And all these enemy spawns, they only get worse as you go further and further down, and the breath effects get worse and worse as you go further down. So they're like height-based biome changes. So the biome changes to a new level of intensity every time you go further down. These are all the weapons that you can get. So like you could get a 72 crit rogue weapon, or sorry, 72 damage rogue weapon, or like a 70 damage magic weapon, literally before fighting Wall of Flesh. Like it's pretty good. These toxic enemies are like really annoying, and I'm glad that they're not at lower levels of the Abyss, because they're very annoying. See, there's one of the Risk of Rain items. Like I have Risk of Rain on, and it's bugged. It doesn't work. So I don't understand. But that's just how it is. But stuff like this spawns, which is Planty Mush, and Planty Mush is good for stuff like making life fruits after we kill Plantera, making a summoner set, and the life fruits are good for like a lot of stuff. But there are quite a few things that spawn in this biome that we want to be looking out for and grabbing, because they're going to be very good for us later. This right here is the depth ore, and I don't think that we can pick it up yet. We can always try, but I'm pretty sure it's an after Plantera thing. It might be even further on after that. But having Zerg potions on when we're down here is probably not a good idea. I was wondering why there were so many enemies. I was just like going with it. Like, yeah, there's just a lot of enemies down here. It's kind of crazy, but like, all right, we definitely at least need a better pickaxe than what we currently have, which is we don't even have we killed every every boss pickaxe, so we don't have the Drax. So we got some plating, and this plating basically, like, all this stuff up here that I'm putting up here and locking is stuff that makes our diving gear better over time. So our diving gear will eventually be really good. This right here, you might not be able to see it very well, but oh, I can't pick it up. But there's a material there. You can see it on the map pretty well. Like, we've got Tenebris and we've also got Scoria. So once we can pick those up, it'll be really nice to help us out. But I'm guessing there isn't really anything down here that can help us too much, just because we don't have any of the stuff that we need yet. We don't have the pickaxe capabilities yet. We got this, which summons rain when we want, which is very good. Very, very good. And upon leaving, the effect it has, like, upon, like, removing rain, it makes the rain really bad if we're in death mode. So, which is cool, like, it makes a torrential downpour, basically, for a little bit, and then it goes back to normal. None of that. Should probably heal. But yeah, as we go further down, the enemies get more intense. So we're in level 2 right now, and in level 2 we've got stuff like the puffers as well as those laser guys. And ooh, this is good, this is good. This gives us a new pet, and this guy gives us a large amount of light in the abyss, or like a decent amount of light in the abyss, which is really good because the light problem, it gets really bad as you go lower down. Like, the light goes from like, hey, it's okay, to it's really bad, to I can't see anything. Holy cow. But usually by then, your breath issues, because the breath also goes down as you get lower, so the breath issues usually take over before the light issues are too much of a, like, an actual problem, rather than just being annoying. That sound effect we just heard is one of the more dangerous enemies. He's basically an okay. What did I just get? Oh, it's Scoria ore. He's an anti-teleport. So if you teleport using whatchamacallit, using the Rotted Discord, he'll start fighting you. And if you teleport using the Rotted Discord too far down, you're gonna be fighting the big boy, and the big boy is definitely not worth fighting. He's basically just well, he's called an eldritch worm or something. But he's definitely not something that you want to be fighting, like, ever. Are we able to get some of the stuff that I'm hoping that we can get, which would be depth cells? I think they're called depth cells. I don't know if we can. But thankfully with the light, like, you don't really notice the light being all that nice until you look at your map and realize, like, yeah, the light is actually doing something for us. It's letting us look at our map and see where we are. And I like that Terraria has it so that if you've lit something up previously, it's permanently lit up on the map, because that makes it very difficult. Now for teleporting, you can recall out of here, but I don't think there's going to be all that much that we can really get from here, if I'm being real. I'll let you know if we get anything that's actually good, but pretty much everything we're doing right now is, oh, we're at level 3, is pre-Wall of Flesh stuff that you can get. Alright, so at level 3, it has a whole bunch of walls that we can't easily break, and these guys start spawning, and this guy's gonna kill me. If I survive this, I'm gonna be very surprised. Yeah. Yeah, so we can't really get anything here just because of how bad it is, but this is why I still have these wings on, because we're doing that much damage from just hitting something once, and it gets the perpetual effect. But yeah, this pet's really cute, honestly, and it follows us around really well, which I like. I like how well it follows us, and it provides a decent amount of light, so it's pretty good. We're just gonna put these away just because we don't need them for now. So things that we got these coatings, which are good for making things less likely to notice you in the abyss. It's not really that good the lower you get, so I just don't even bother, honestly. Because it literally goes from like, oh, it does something, to it does literally nothing. Really quick, like very quick. I think once you get to the 3rd level, it does literally nothing. Planty Mush we've talked about. These are all just pre-hard mode weapons. And then this right here, so This is going to be used to upgrade even farther. So to make this, we need the Depths Charm, which reduces damage caused by pressure of the abyss. So when you're out of breath, instead of just drowning at normal speed, you get like super drown, where basically you die in like a second rather than like 5 seconds or 20 seconds when you're at full health. So this just reduces the effect of that, which you don't really see very much. It also removes the bleed effect caused. So when you take damage in upper levels, you take like a decent amount of extra damage just for like, oh, you got hit, you take more damage. This makes it so that things are less likely to see you, so it's like the potion, but but it also reduces the defense reduction when you're in the abyss, because you get a whole bunch of status effects when you're in there, because it's just crushing depths type of things. This makes it so you fall faster, which is very nice. Obviously all of these, we need Luminite, and then we can upgrade it into one big thing. Diving Suit's very good, and then that can be upgraded even further into Omega Blue. Omega Blue probably takes like 5 hours when you're on level, like capable of doing it. Capable of getting it to actually get to the point in which you have it. It takes forever. But we're gonna open all these up. It just gives like a bunch of random stuff. Main thing that it is noteworthy that it gives is Haddle Stew, which is kind of nice at the beginning. Like, think about, like, you can't have these hard mode potions yet. You can now get 120 life and 150 mana, and it only has 50 seconds of potion sickness. That's really good, and it gives you well fed. Like, this is just really good. Obviously it has, since it gives you well fed, it goes into any of the food items, but basically it just gives you a whole bunch of stuff, and we're just doing this for the money, as well as just any of the potions we might need later on, where we might think, oh, I need a potion, let me grab that. So yeah, we're gonna go into a new world, go kill the Wall of Flesh, and then grab the astral biome so that we can look at that and see if there's anything that we can get from there before fighting more mech bosses in the next episode. So let's do that real quick. Also, it's worth noting that entire time I had the wrong set of armor on, so we could have made it further. That's a bit of an oofy right there. We should make an instivator though. Well, I just killed the Wall of Flesh, and for some reason, I don't know why, I don't know if they changed this, but it doesn't say it on the wiki. I didn't get my box of like 1,000,000 cures, which is annoying because using that once makes it so that you get full health when you respawn instead of half health. It's just a very nice perma buff to put on your character, and I really wish that it would work. And look at how lucky I got. I went to one side and it was the correct side. I didn't have to go back and go the other way because I went to the wrong side. It's very convenient. So this is the astral biome. Very nice biome. It spawns this meteor, and the meteor is indestructible. Very indestructible. We need to kill a boss before... I think we need to kill 2 bosses in the astral biome before we can even mine the ore, which is kind of funny. The fact, like, it's a biome based entirely around this meteor, and the meteor is so powerful that you can't even destroy it until you've been here for quite some time. So what we're doing is we're grabbing the monolith, and then we're also going to grab the summoner right here. So this is a little summoner guy that we should be able to grab. We cannot. Okay, so we're not going to grab that. I was going to grab it just so that we could summon in the other world, in our main world, but I guess we cannot. So what we're going to be grabbing from here, also, I got Risk Rain to work again. I don't know how, but I had the requirement mod, like the mod's required for it to function properly. It wasn't turned on, even though that shouldn't be possible. It happened. Things happen. I guess, we live and we learn that we need to actually turn on dependencies instead of hoping that Terraria does it by itself. So what we're doing is we're grabbing all these bits. Now Stardust can be used, it's used to make the bars, but we can't mine this. I'll show you just to prove it, but obviously we can't mine it. Like, why would I be able to mine the ore when I can't even pick up the summoner? But it's used to get that. and then we also use it to get meld constructions as well as some other things. But the main thing that we're looking for here is the ability to get a certain enemy, which I don't think can spawn in these biomes, because I don't think he can spawn in the ice biome. I think he only spawns in the normal astral biome. So this might be a lost cause, and we might just go back to our world and make our astral biome. Oh no, he can't spawn, because there's a normal biome right here. So the Atlas here always drops a heart. So the Atlas here always drops a heart. And the heart can be used to summon a boss at the beacon, but I don't want to summon the boss because he's a bit too powerful for me. Like, he's legitimately too powerful. So if we look here, we've got we got Calamitous here with Plantera, and then we go further down, Astrum Aris, okay? And then further down, Astrum Dias, right before Moonlord. So he's like a pre-Moonlord, pre-Golem fight. He's pretty tough. So we gotta wait a little bit to do that, but Titanheart can be used to make some increased rogue damage, which probably isn't good for us. But I wanted just to make sure that we weren't missing out on a weapon, which I think we might be. Obviously we need it for Biome Blade, which is good that we got that, because we needed it for Biome Blade. I don't think there's anything else we can really grab from it. Is there a melee weapon? Just the Biome Blade. Yeah, just Biome Blade. There is the Lunic Eye, which we could check out, honestly. If our damage is really bad, we could check out Lunic Eye. That's just a classless weapon, so it'll just scale off your best damage stat. So for us, pretty much all we have is melee damage, so it'll scale off of melee damage for us. But it's kind of cheaty just because it has no specific class that it's bound to. Like, you could use it as anyone, but it's usually the best weapon in slot because classless weapons are OP. Like, let's be honest here. It's designed to be good no matter who you're playing as. So that's just like a really good way to look at it. 3 Titan Hearts probably enough. I'm gonna make sure that we can't. Okay, 4 Titan Hearts definitely enough, so we can head back over to the normal world. We can't use this to make a. I really just tried to use the mirror to go back to my main world. Since we have Risk of Rain back on, I'm fairly certain we can just destroy a boss. If not, that'll be it for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next episode. If we do manage to kill the boss, I'm obviously going to show it. I'm just going to show the ending because we fought the boss so many times. Oh yeah, and monoliths are used to make Titanheart as well as some furniture and some other things that are kind of nice to have. Monolith is just nice to have in general. We did get a Ranger emblem, which is kind of useless. Gotta say, kind of useless. But yeah, let's try Destroyer. Let's see how well Destroyer goes. Alright, yeah. I think it's good. I think we're good. I think we're doing good. Having the free hit is honestly all I need, which is kind of annoying, because if Adrenaline just reduced by like a third instead of 100% every time you got hit, I would be perfectly fine and I'd get Adrenalines off. But the fact that I take one hit and I lose all of it, it's a bit too much for me. Honestly, it's just a bit too much. We killed him once and I forgot that the death mode was off. Ooh. We got Andromedon. The power of the Andromedon flows within you. It's cool. Makes us look more brimstone-y, honestly. I like it. But obviously we can't use Hallowed Bars yet. We can use Souls of Might now. So Souls of Might, I don't really think gives us anything. I know, right? Well, I don't think that gives us anything all that good unless we get more. Oh, we can do this, which is an upgrade of the Titanium, which we can get Titanium now, which is nice. It lowers enemy defense by 1 with every strike. If enemy defense is 0 or below, your attacks will heal you. Oh, that's very nice. I don't think it has any ranged effect, which is kind of lame, but I guess we just gotta deal with it. We could get Ponage Hammer. No, we can't. We can't get this because that requires way too much stuff. We could get this, I think. I think we could get Great Sand Scale. I'm not entirely sure. Melee damage, release a Rolling Tumbleweed on hit. That could be interesting. We'll have to go for that. obviously Lightning Hawk. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like literally just that, and then all the stuff that requires every single one. So hopefully we could get that in next episode. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully our world isn't screwed over multiple times because of one mod again. That'd be great.